Elena's Beauty Talk and more. As you can see, we have some amazing artwork here in the studio today. And I'm sure you all recognize Dr. Robby sitting next to me, the Hollywood artist. He's been coming on about every 2 months for a show like Let's Talk Art with Let's Talk Art.
Let's Talk Art.
You know, because it's really important. There's so much amazing art in Los Angeles, and I don't think enough people take advantage of it or know where to go. And Dr. Robby is out every, at least 5 days a week, if not more, at art exhibits or anything about art that's going on in the city he knows about. So, and art is beauty. I mean, it's an amazing way to learn new things and meet new people. So welcome back, Dr. Robby.
Thank you.
Even though we got off to a little rocky start this morning.
It's okay. Yeah.
All right, come into your mic a little closer.
Okay, so thank you all for having us. And today I have two guests with me, two wonderful artists that I'll introduce. And we will discuss art and how they see their art and how they see the art in LA in the world. To my right is Sean Young. I met him maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago. And immediately when we started talking about art, I saw that he has a special way of thinking about art. And then he brought different pieces of art to my gallery. And I saw that this guy is a promising emerging artist. At the time, he was a student in Fullerton, finished his master's degree, and by now he's teaching in Fullerton art. And we will talk to him about the art. He's been showing at the Hollywood Gallery some of his art, and what he does and the thinking about of what he does is wonderful. This is Sean Young, and we will talk to him in a minute.
Yay.
And at the head of the table, we have Angel Herrera, or Angel Ironman. He's a wonderful artist. He's been showing in the Hollywood Sculpture Garden, and we have several of his sculptures there that are amazing. They attract a lot of attention. He's one of the lucky artists because last year he sold 2 pieces of art from the Hollywood Sculpture Garden, which makes him a wonderful sculptor, known sculptor, and people that appreciate what he does. I've seen him in Highland Park, and he does recycle art, and from recycle art, he does creating beautiful pieces of art. So these are the two guests, and we'll...
Yay. All right, and now talk about what you do, because you're a pretty amazing artist yourself.
So I'm Robby Gordon with the Hollywood Gallery and the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. My place itself is at Art House that is set up as a gallery, the Hollywood Gallery, and it's all art in every inch of 3,000 square feet, and around it there is a whole hill that spread between 2 streets, and there is the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. The Hollywood Sculpture Garden has a lot of art of different artists, my art and other artists. Right now we have more than 50 sculptures there, and it attracts a lot of people from everywhere. Every artist here today will speak about a piece of art that he brought. What I brought today is more of the ties, the special ties that I do.
Yeah, because people stop you everywhere when you wear
the ties. And not only this, I've gone to parties in once in Malibu, and I wore one of my ties, and somebody told me, "Oh, I've seen somebody that bought your tie," because they are very specific. They are 3D ties. They are all together and put in different colors and a lot of imagination.
Well, your whole house is imagination.
Yes.
All right.
So this is a little bit about me, and we'll talk more about the other artists that we are hosting today. They're all having a part both in the Hollywood Gallery and the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. So they are artists that are showing, and they're artists that I approach, and artists that I think that are wonderful artists. So the first artist will be Sean Young. He is to my right, and we will let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit what his connection to art, and how does he see art?
And how young were you when you started, when you knew you wanted to be an artist? Start there.
Actually, just originally from Korea, and I grew up and raised in South Korea, and from the very young age, I just enjoyed creating things using my two hands. So I think I can trace it back to when I was 8 years old.
Were your parents into art?
They're really supportive of my art and education. So I'm really blessed that way because my parents are really sacrificing their lives for my education and also as being an artist. They're really supportive of my art.
Because that's important.
It is.
It's very important.
Yes. So part of the pieces that I created was also about notion of filial piety, which is tracing back to the root of my origin. It's about origin. So I really think that it's a great event for me to express myself as a person, as an artist. And that's pretty much like it's innate in me. The being an artist, like being creative. That
Have you done
personality.
anything else but art? Or being an artist has been your whole focus?
I also have established my right brain and left brains because I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, which takes a lot of logic and logistics. So I used to be a programmer, and I wanted to pursue my own dream. It's kind of
That's what I was trying to pull out of you. Perfect.
Right.
Keep going.
Right. So that I started with something practical, and I pursued my bachelor's in computer science and engineering from Catholic University of Korea. Then once I became in my early 20s, my creative side was in me, and I just wanted to pursue that. That's why I, immigrated to the United States and started studying art. I started having formal education, and I went through higher education, and now I'm teaching art.
Which is amazing, which is so important.
It is really important as an individual to express my own curiosity about art, and I'm literally pursuing my dream, which is surreal to me.
See? Yeah,
Right.
these are the human stories I like, people to hear, because they don't. Okay, I'm an artist. Okay, but they need to know where you came from and how you got here.
Absolutely.
It's so important.
Absolutely. I personally believe that all the the issue of immigration and we all have origin of country, where we came from, where we were born. That's important, and then recognizing and acknowledging where you came from. It's integral part of our beings. And
All right. I'm going to put Angel on the phone because your story, I'm sure, is completely different.
Well, he started also when he was 8 years old. We all started when we were 8 years
you were
old.
8 years old. All right, stay in front of your mic. Sit up straight. You're an artist. You're pretty amazing.
That's why I think, yeah, I'm pretty good.
All right. So when did you start? As a child, or
Well, maybe I started when I was very, very young. Maybe
'Cause
in
you're
my
an amazing
14s,
artist.
15s, and I just started making stuff. I just find objects, anything that looks like something magic. I'll just start like.
but you
Building
never
and
had
making it.
formal art training.
Not really. I never went to art school or anything. I just just started like from nowhere. I started welding. Oh, I used to love to weld, so I started.
You're still welding. I pull up to the
started
garage
putting
and you're
things
welding.
together, everything. So I started making objects and forms and animals.
Was
and
anybody
flowers.
else in your family artistic?
Not really.
Just you.
Yeah, everybody thought I was crazy when I was doing stuff like that, like bolts and picking up trash, cans, anything that I can find, to put together, anything that I can weld. So I just make my things, and then I just make the forms, here.
And did you start selling them as a kid or just giving them
no,
away?
I was just putting it, decorating my house. The whole house was, till Bobby came over one day and he offered me, I was moving out. And I was kind of afraid. I said, what am I going to do with these animals? I got the...
Well, they're huge.
Yes. And so I was thinking of donating to the park or to the schools or something. So Bobby came along and he said, hey, I got a place for you. Just bring them over.
They're
so
hauling
all the trash.
Was it? What was the first one? The dragon or
The dragon.
The dragon.
The dragon was almost one of the first ones that went to Robbie's. But I had tons of pieces.
Where are they now? All over?
They're all over. I give them away to friends, and some of just, we sell them on the yard sales or something, so that was it.
But now you're selling them for thousands of dollars.
Well, thanks to Robby. Robby is the one that...
All right, stay in front of your mic. You're getting excited.
Robby was the one that really helped me on this, because I never saw anything. We sold a piece one time, it was a turtle for like... I think it was like $40, $80.
You were excited about that.
Oh yeah, because I was made out of a ceiling fan, and then there was a crab for $20. So it was good. So they're all recycled. Everything's all metal that pick up from the trash.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but here's a beautiful flower piece that he brought.
That one was made out of just cans and cookie cans and bread cans, anything that smells. So we just started cutting it in pieces.
And you use a lot of Harley Davidson parts in some of your...
Oh, yeah.
What do you dismantle your old motorcycles?
Well, I pick up parts from motorcycle shops. They give me like parts that they don't need, so so I just use them for that. Tanks, I can use anything.
But yeah, you're amazing, and you've had no formal training. That's I just wanted to show the difference in what type of people or what type of people become artists. I mean, they like you're a doctor and you became an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, you did financial planning, which you still do. You were a veterinarian, and so all of you guys all have such different backgrounds, but you all love art.
Yeah, and what is interesting
Absolutely.
that what we have in common, we all started doing art when we were small. So I have pieces of art that I did when I was 8 years old, and my mother told me that I was wasting my time. And we talked to Sean and we talked to Angel. We all started doing things when we were very small. And then we have another thing in common, especially today, is all these artists, both Sean and Angel donated some pieces to the Craft Museum in Los Angeles, the one on Wilshire. That museum has what they call a tiny house that they build there, and there are pieces of art. Both Angel made a little bug from metal to be there, and Sean made another painting that has...
Which is my favorite one.
Yeah, she really liked it.
Oh, have you checked it out?
Yeah, she saw it.
Yeah, of course.
And they both donated it to the Craft Museum. You can see it all on Wilshire Boulevard.
Do you know the address?
I think 4153. I'll check it on the phone and I'll tell you after the break. It's the Craft Museum across from the LACMA.
It's been there forever.
Yeah, across from if you want, I'll check it on the phone now.
No, we'll check it out.
Okay,
I don't want
it's
you badly
across from LACMA.
You're actually sitting up straight.
Yeah, across from LACMA, and there is a tiny house in the yard there, and this tiny house was, everything in that house was donated by different artists. From the building of it to the painting of it to the art in it. And all of it will be auctioned off for the museum benefit. And I think on the 18th of March, they will have the final auction and everything will go to help the museum. So it's wonderful that we have all this in common today. Artists that started early in their life and artists that donated things to the wonderful museum. And we see that these are artists that want to help and want to be in the world and to make the art part of the world.
And giving back, you
Yes.
teaching, you just always being there to help people. I mean, he can fix and do anything. Anything
Yeah.
that Dr. Robbie's house is broken in the middle of the night, he shows up when during the rain.
Yeah.
Dr. Robbie has a flood. This one shows up, fixes it. Well, you're still fixing it,
Mr. Fix it.
but you know, he's amazing.
Yeah. This is good about artists, especially somebody, a lot of artists, but especially somebody like Angel, that they're so creative, and also they find a solution how to fix things, how to make it, how to do it. So this is a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, you have
Yes.
great people around you that
Yeah.
inspire you.
Yeah, we work with all great people, and
You do.
it inspires, and people want to come and show. And when we have the art opening and reception, they're being recognized, and it's been a lot in a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
come
paper.
for the pizza, not the art.
Yeah, pizza's great.
Yeah, I see you're getting a little pudgy
Yeah,
there. Every
yeah,
time I
yeah.
come over, he's making pizza
I do
for
like
you.
a bakery now. It's great. I like to spend some time at their house.
Come up to the mic. That's
Talk,
what you're
talk, talk.
telling
I would
me.
like to spend some time at his house because there's always something to do. I want no
Well,
matter
you
what,
can't keep your fingers still.
Still, I gotta get out.
And there is always food to give.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's true.
and
That's true.
drinks. so soda, drinks, that's all over.
And pizza, and you're fine. You
I'm
can stay
happy.
there and weld for hours.
I'm happy. I do everything around the house.
Yeah,
we do cleaning, we do welding, we do fix the refrigerator, the stoves, everything.
Yeah,
Plumbing.
everything. Yeah.
Everything. You're Mr. Fix. I know. I'm going to start bringing my stuff over.
Yeah.
It's his gym equipment.
Yeah, he fixed the
machines
gym
and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. We
everything.
couldn't work out if
If not Angel.
Angel didn't fix it.
Yeah, and what we do is like I have two studios. One, I have the art house is 3 stories. One story on the bottom is just for painting, but the top in the garage, what I did, I created for me the whole studio, and other artists can come and create whatever they want. And Angel loves to come there and create and do. And this Sean came and painted sometimes.
Did you paint?
Yes.
Have you
Yes,
painted
I
there
did.
too?
Yeah,
I did.
His
taught him how
type
to
of paint or your type of
It's,
paint? Your type of art.
Through his help, I was able to use his material. Dr. Robby is, to me, he's really like a mentor. He's very nurturing. He invites other artists to use and share his studio space. In that way, he's very kind and generous about his resources. And I've gone there multiple times to use his studio space, and I was able to explore some acrylic paint that he has. So
Lots of acrylic
I
paint.
did a lot of experimental stuff at his
Spray
studio.
Yeah.
And he's always something going.
Always something going on
he's
there.
always keep himself busy all the time. I got to make an appointment to see him. Otherwise,
I have to make appointments to train him.
every 30 minutes, he has something going on.
I know.
Every 30
I
minutes.
know. I want to talk about this piece because this has been hanging downstairs in this, behind the big Precore machine where I train him. So I look at it twice a week. So just explain what that is. I mean, Dr. Robby gave me the explanation, but I want to hear it from you.
It's
Or come up. I want to
Its
make sure
title is Lost Self. And that was
Is that
part
okay,
of,
Richard? Okay.
part of 3 pieces that I created. And formally, it has 3 different elements. And it's about structure, social hierarchy, and material culture, and spirituality. And I deconstructed image of Buddha, and I created layers, 3 layers And I'm originally from Korea, and I was born Catholic, and that part of the religion and politics are really kind of interlocked to my understanding. So I created a piece that kind of shows material culture and spirituality. And me personally, spirituality has nothing to do with materiality, but this is 21st century when after post-colonial era, all those commodities travel through the world, globally speaking. And we are now living in a world where technology connects people together. And part of the piece is about the spirituality, the connection between spirituality and materiality, and kind of part of it's kind of enlightenment and the self-interest, because Buddhism and Christianity and Muslim, now it's all hot issues because all the nations have different system and constitutions. And me being Korean, I was born in 1979, which is after World War II. But I was aware of these historical background, but I wanted to recreate the history of my like the culture, Korean culture, plus my own like personal history.
Now, do you teach kind of this type of theology, I guess, to your students, or do you?
I know my understanding about being a teacher, to influence other people, get influenced by other artists. Also, I could influence other promising youth, but
This is
I
you
do not
personally.
impose
you
my beliefs to other people.
Yeah.
No,
You just express it through your art.
definitely. That's
Yeah.
what I do as an artist.
You express your feelings through
It
your
could
art.
be self-expression. It could be self-identity. It could be social commentary. But through that piece, it's
It's a kind of everything.
kind of
It's a beautiful
jumbled into
piece.
one piece. Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
All right,
Very
Dr.
good.
Robbie, do you
Well,
want to add anything
yeah,
to
well,
that?
well, first of all, I said I remember that the first time I worked with him, and it was something with the Buddha, and we painted together different Buddha.
That's
And,
true.
Yeah, and it was a really we explored how to pour the paint on the face and where we'll go. It was very, very interesting.
It was interdisciplinary thing because Dr. Robby is specialized in 2D art, which is painting. He can do watercolor, he can do acrylic, he can do oil. Me personally, I do 3D art, which is my specialty. I do sculpture, I do installation. And so we just work together to teach him what I know and to learn from Dr. Robby what he's good at. So we kind of trade things in 2D and 3D.
And it was a lot of fun
Yes.
to see, to do. And very good. And let's talk with Angel a little
I
bit
am-
about his piece. Can we see his piece here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only got a couple minutes, so we'll do that and then come back after the break and finish
As you
it.
see, my colors, I can use any spray cans that's available, and
Whatever
use
you
any
find in the
buckets.
garage.
Yeah, you
Any
use
color.
anything.
And then I use the spray cans when they're empty. I cut them off and make flowers out of them.
The spray cans?
Yes, out of the spray cans.
There's
I
nothing
don't-
that you don't make
No, I don't
anything
throw
out
the
of.
spray cans. Even the little straw inside.
Oh, yeah, that can be used as
I
a
use
stem
as
of a
stem
flower.
flowers, yes. And that's why I make those flowers. That's how I make the flowers. The
Oh, yeah, you
piece,
still owe me a flower.
a dozen. Now.
Okay, I'll take it.
By the time you
I'll
get to
take
the-
it. I'll take it. I'm holding you to that. It's
It'll be
on
a
tape
dozen.
now.
One a week. It's one a week.
One a week? One a week?
Yes.
Okay.
I still gotta bring them to you.
All right, now it's on tape. I got it.
The flowers. the last piece we sold was
A lot of flowers.
I
You
remember when
remember?
I said that it's going to sell.
It was-
Within
you say
the
that.
first
You-
week, it
you-
Oh,
sold.
it sold within a week.
It
was
sold
like-
within. I said that's going to sell really fast, and it
That
sold
piece
within
only
a
sa-
week.
only that spot I sold two pieces.
Two
I
spot-
sold.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
spot.
in that same spot. You,
It's my
I
lucky
think
spot.
it's your lucky
and it's still
spot.
available right now. It's empty. So I gotta,
Gotta
bring
get something.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Coming
our
soon.
music. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the flowers. And I'll put Angel and then Dr. Robby back on the mic, just to talk art, just to talk about the different kind of artwork that they all do and how they've remained such good friends, which is really fun. So stay tuned, everybody. This is Alina's Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Elena's Beauty Talk and more. All right, I'm going to put Angel back on the mic because during the break he was saying how much he likes Sean's piece, and I think it's really nice that artists complement one another. That doesn't always happen in the creative world. A lot of people are very competitive. I mean, I grew up in that. I was a makeup artist in Beverly Hills. I have my own makeup business. And, makeup artists and hairdressing, it's pretty competitive. And it doesn't seem to be that way around artists.
That's true. That's true.
You
Artists
tend to
are-
support each other.
But the truth is, almost every single artist that I know of, including myself, I'm really self-centered when it comes to create my own art. It's possessive. It's my art.
And that's why a lot of artists have a hard time letting go of it.
That's really true too. And I really appreciate what Angel has been doing. I visited his studio.
Oh, you did?
Yes. He
Like
moved
junkyard.
to another studio and residential area.
Are you still
and-
there now?
No.
No.
For the original place where I'm on Fifth Granada Avenue, I'm like a couple of blocks away from the same place. Oh, he went
Right.
to my new place.
Right.
You never been in? Never went to the other place. You went
No,
to
the old place I was there.
You were there twice.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Finally, he saw me.
Yeah.
And
then-
saved my pieces.
Yeah.
All right, stay in front of your mic.
Yeah. Okay.
He does a lot of assemblage work, which is fascinating because he knows how to manipulate the
Metal.
thin metal. He uses oxyacetylene welding welder, and then also he cuts and he bends the metal rods, and then he manipulate all those thin metal and creates really extraordinarily exquisite piece of like objects that you can find references from nature, like olive trees,
dinosaurs
and
and-
dinosaurs, and
What was the big one? Oh,
The,
what?
Lot of
the
insects.
dinosaur was really interesting. 'Cause, first of all, it's beautiful, it's huge, and it took 6 people to bring it up, and pulleys and ropes, and it was like,
and a truck to pull.
yeah, it was just to bringing it was an interesting
What
project.
was the one that got sold? The ostrich.
The ostrich was
That
nine-
was
feet
that is
tall.
a stunning piece,
That was a 9 feet
and it's
tall.
at a wonderful home.
Yeah,
Yes.
the ostrich, and then the flowers.
The
was
flowers
the
went to the same
second.
home.
Same,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean they got a wonderful home.
Yeah.
What's the other one that you created with the chicken with the feet?
Was a
With the
dinosaur.
funny, no, with the funny eyes, the newer one.
Oh, that's in stork.
Stork.
Oh,
Yes,
where
it's
is
stork.
that? That's still Dr. Robbie's,
Yeah,
isn't
it's still
it?
there. Yes,
That's
still
a
there.
cutie.
Yeah, it's the one with the goggles.
Yeah, the goggles as the eyes.
Yes.
And anyone is always welcome to come. You can go on your own to see the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. You can Google it, Hollywood Sculpture Garden, and you'll find the address. Or if you want a special viewing from different point of view, the Sculpture Garden is between two streets. On top it's Vasanta, on the bottom it's Dearborn. And you can see the stuff. It's interesting to see from both streets because it looks completely different on each street.
You know, sometimes when I'm
Yes.
leaving your house after training,
Yeah.
there's people down on, was it
Dearborn.
Dearborn taking pictures.
There are always people. It means everyone that drives by stop to take pictures. And I think I told the story that it was a few months ago that the police car came with the light and and they were on the bottom with the light and the policeman came and he was taking picture and I said, oh, what does the police want to tell me? Now, you have to remember that the bottom of the sculpture garden and the top, it's quite far. It's not a walking distance that you can go quickly. So I called the policeman to come over, to drive over, and he came with still with his light on. And I said to him, hi, I'm here. I'm the owner of the Hollywood Sculpture Garden and the president here. How can I help you? He said, look how you can help me. And he showed me his phone and he said, this is now my screensaver, your Hollywood Sculpture Garden. So, here I was worried and he wanted it to be his screensaver because it's really different. And it's very nice. As I said, from Vasanta, you see one way with more than 50 sculpture, and from the bottom you see all the retaining walls that are made out of tires. There are 110 tires that we
I was
painted.
there. I saw you guys painting.
Yeah, we brought them. When we brought them in, we brought all the tires. It was Rudy that brought them in. A truckload of tires, and my neighbor said to me, "Are you starting a tire business here?" And then,
But
we
they
put them
help
down.
keep all the mud
It
during
do-
the
they
rain.
do-
It-
they kept it completely. It was
you
wonderful
didn't have
idea.
one drop of
No,
anything
nothing.
fall onto the streets
and
during all that rain.
Yeah, for us, the rain has been. It means actually today they're cleaning
Retaining
the street.
walls. It's a great
It's a wonderful retaining wall, and then so we did 3 to 4 layers of tires on the bottom, and then afterwards we also put plants in them. And Michael Alep donated some of the plants to put. He just gave us a lot more plants to put in the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. I get a lot of presents I got from Michael Ale, I got from Liz Gordon, people that wanted to help us and to make it more green, and it's becoming really green. You have to
Yeah.
remember, it's 5 years and been working and working and working, and we have
You aren't
wonderful-
running out of space, though.
No, there is still space.
We got plenty.
Sculptor.
Oh, look at it, Angel. We got plenty of space.
Yeah, we have.
It's my new place. My new place. Now.
Yeah, we will put it all
We put the
around.
big-
and
I
then
got
we-
the biggest pieces right there. I
Yeah.
got
Well,
the-
your
Yes.
pieces are huge.
Yeah,
Yes.
But you made some smaller ones. There's some smaller flowers
Yeah, I got
that
the
are
small
down,
ones, but,
down between the big pieces.
Dragon
Yeah.
weighs about 1,300 pounds. I felt like 15.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
How did you
I
How did
just-
you put it together?
I just started putting it together pieces of rebar. I made
The outline, and then you filled it in?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a lot of help on that one. Got a lot of friends of mine that came by, my friends, and they started like bringing me stuff, medals and.
But nobody else soldered or helped you do any of that, did they?
All the welding, yes, I did all the welding.
Yeah, no, because you know how to weld to fit it.
Yeah.
Somebody else
I
can't
just find
do
the
it.
objects, anything that has a little form, I just use it like a leg or something, or like veins or whatever I can use on the dragon. The dragon was amazing. I really amazed myself. I'm like, oh my god, did I do that?
It's huge, and it's
huge.
and it's
It was
really
heavy.
It's beautiful.
Really heavy.
really heavy. We
Dinosaur.
were like 6 people that took
Yeah.
it, and pulleys, and as Angel
I
said,
remember when you brought it,
Yeah.
you had to put the slab in first.
Yeah,
When I built it on top of a trailer, which the trailer broke after we moved it. Yeah,
It
3 in the morning.
collapsed?
Yeah, the wheels just went like, pow, it went down. totally. One of the wheels, they actually just broke totally, and the other one bent.
All right, stand in front of your mic.
So we have to like lift up again, and we got jacks
my God.
and put new wheels, and we have to rebuild.
You could. Somebody should do a documentary about
it's
you.
heavy, and then the transformer it weighs another
Oh,
weighs
yeah.
a ton. It's like
Yeah.
it's huge.
I forgot about the transformer.
The
I didn't know what it was called. I forgot.
It was all the inside, all the frame. It's all metal. I
Wow.
use bicycle frame, motorcycle for parts, anything that's possible.
What's the one that's out the back door? The newest one.
Oh, it's a dinosaur. The dinosaur, the T-Rex.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made that one for my grandson. I was gonna make it smaller, but and then at the end I ended up like huge.
Oh yeah. Well, he can't play with that.
So
How much does that weigh?
that one weighs about what? About 800 pounds.
Not so bad. It,
Oh,
not
so you're
bad.
going down in weight.
Yeah, well, the thing, yeah, and huge. It's this one's a little puffy, but it's less weight. We started from the use the frame of the reclining chairs, and we just I said, well, I can use that as a leg, so the dinosaur can go up and down, So that's how.
Does a dinosaur go up and down?
No, I'm supposed to do that, but the
You didn't put the electric
they're too weight. They're too
Heavy?
The bells too. They're too heavy, and the legs are too weak. So it was like moving, waving.
Ah.
So I had to weld it together so it stays stable. So the dinosaur doesn't move anymore.
Oh wow, that's
Well,
okay.
it's supposed to move, not anymore. the dragon does is flap its wings.
Oh, it does flap its
Yes,
wings? I've
the
never
dragon,
seen
and
it
it has
do
lights
that.
inside, and it has a
Do
voice.
you have a motor in it?
Yes, there's a motor in it, so I had to put it together so it wins. When we move it,
You had to
it broke. Yeah, one of the wings, the motor got damaged, so I had to replace the
Well,
motor.
how are you going to climb down the hill and do that?
Well, I can go on top of the dragon, not a problem.
yeah, he climbs all the time.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
up there. I'll fix the dragon. It's really, really, kind of a, dangerous to work up there because it's in a hill.
Yeah, you
And
go
there's a
rolling
hill.
down.
Yeah,
You're
I
going to
can get
not
on top
stop.
of the dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon is heavy. It's pretty.
What did it say?
stable.
1,300 pounds?
About 13 to 1,400 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We talk
Did you
about
bring it in one piece?
Oh yeah, all to one piece. We took all the streets, several streets.
And you got up the hill?
up the hill.
Wow.
We used.
I came one day and the slab was there, and the next time I came, it was there.
yeah, we had to create a special
The
slab
dinosaur
for it.
was on a Christmas parade around my neighborhood for I think it was 3 years ago. So it was in a Christmas parade for Highland Park.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it was.
I was just with my friends that live in
that was
Highland
the
Park over
only-
the weekend.
Yeah, that was the only time that I exhibit one of my pieces on the parade. That was
Oh,
it.
that's exciting.
Yeah, it was beautiful. A lot of people knew that was me. That was the dinosaur. The dragon. This the Dragon Boy. Everybody knows me about the Dragon Boy because I always
I'm
have
just going to
something.
call you the Dragon Boy.
I always have something in front of my house. Every time there was pieces of we got the
Are you
Terminator.
still live in Highland Park?
Yeah, I still live in
Oh,
Highland
okay.
Park. I was
Born and raised there.
Well, I was
You
born
know,
in Mexico though, but I was raised in Highland Park. Actually, Highland Park, Eagle Rock. I went to Lincoln Heights School, and then I went to Franklin. I went to Eagle Rock. Yeah, I was
So
a good
you're a
student.
local
I
boy.
get kicked out every time, so for being a good student. But I always keep doing my art things. Always.
You are an artist. You're an artist in your heart. You're never going to be anything.
I used to
Mr.
build-
Fix It, an artist.
I used to make my own bicycles. I built my own motorcycle, and I love to work on motorcycles and bikes, cars, everything. I'm a mechanic, so
He does everything.
You can
Yeah.
fix anything.
except the space shuttle. I wish I can put my hands on that guy
Oh,
and make
maybe
flowers
you-
out of it. So
You might be able to someday.
yeah, we never know.
You never
Yeah,
know. You never know.
I wish I went out right on
Down by USC?
but,
Yeah. In
Start taking parts in my
Exposition
house
Park.
and make something out of it.
Yeah.
Do you use fences? I mean, I guess you use anything that you can twist and turn and.
Anything, yeah. If I cannot twist it, I'll twist it. I'll find a way to bend it, but we'll bend it. Especially the rebars are hard to bend. I use everything. I don't use machines.
But
Everything
we
is-
bought all the bending machine. Cause
Oh, we
yeah,
haven't even used it.
yeah, but we bought it.
We buy it, yeah.
Yeah, because whatever the artists want, I usually buy, and we
Yeah,
have
but
it
we're
for
gonna
the
use it for your stairs. We're
Yeah.
gonna build something.
Oh, yeah,
special.
you're going to build the railing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the handwriting. Yeah.
The
So
handrail,
that's gonna be
which you
fun.
definitely need the
It's
handrail.
gonna be fun to build. That's gonna
Oh
be
God, yeah. It's just that you have to finish it.
Yes,
Starting
well,
it and finishing
yeah,
it are
we
two
got a
different
couple of
things.
pieces.
Yeah, there is another artist that wants to do it also. We'll do it all together. So
got
in
3
fact,
people, it'll get
yes, hopefully it will get
Well,
done.
like I said, the more people is better because we know we got better ideas. You know, different artists, different, you know.
Ideas I have non-stop. Every time I come with a new idea.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
in front of your
Yeah.
mic either.
Yeah.
Come on.
Every time we have ideas, it's like let's do this, let's fix that, let's
Yeah.
do this, let's work on pieces. So we always.
You're always doing something. I never get there.
yeah.
Oh, sometimes by the time I get there, the house is empty.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, because
sometimes.
I mean the traffic. I hate to drive to Hollywood Freeway. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It takes me 3
Especially-
hours to get home, 2 hours to get home.
Yeah,
man.
unless
And
you
it
go
was-
on your bike.
yeah.
Yeah, my bike. Yeah,
But then
sometimes
you,
it's
you
raining.
can't you can't always take the bike because you need some tools.
Yeah, I need to bring my my
Yeah,
weld
but there's-
machines
yeah.
or everything. I always
Yeah.
carry a lot of stuff in my car. My car is it looks like a tow truck. You know, I got a lot of stuff in there.
Well, you know what? You're a scavenger,
Yeah,
and you
well-
make beautiful things out of out of all the recyclable things that people throw away.
And I'm always pick up things on my way home or going to work. You know, I'm always pick up something. You know, pieces of metal. I pick up parts or bicycle frames. Anything that I can. You know, like I find. Oh, I
Yeah,
can do
no,
something.
it's great. You get it off the streets,
Yeah.
and you make something beautiful
And
out of it.
Around my neighborhood, I do a lot of every Monday. I go around the neighborhood and pick up stuff. You know, like metals, whatever I can find.
Wow.
So, at my other house, people used to throw them in the yard. You know, throw it.
They
all
knew
kind of
you
metal.
would
They knew
use
I was
it,
using
yeah.
They knew I was gonna. You know, tell me whatever you guys can bring. Anything
So
that I
how
can
many
do.
years have you been doing this? Like,
Oh my God.
40?
Maybe I'm 53 now, so I like.
I'm from
Yeah, so probably when I was like 10 years old.
so 40 or 40 something years you've been
Yeah.
bending.
Yeah, I mean, I use my hands for everything. So I remember when I broke my hand in a motorcycle accident, I was like, I was still, you know, I had the cast, I was still working on it. You know.
Oh yeah, you couldn't stop.
Putting my back together.
Wow.
And we were talking about bringing the piece, the dinosaur. It was, as Elena said.
Did you send any pictures of it to
I
Richard?
think, yes, I think that there
Oh,
were.
then maybe
sent, yes.
Richard will find it.
Yeah,
and
we
see.
did send all of us sent pictures there. Anyhow, we had to create a special landing for it from concrete.
Is that what you call it, landing?
Yeah, landing. Yeah.
Stage.
Yeah, etc. But we did make it up, and we brought it up. We had to take out all the plants on the way, to take them out of the ground and bring that, and then afterward replant all the plants. And then it's interesting. There is a wonderful artist that hopefully we'll have her here one day, or we'll go to her place, Joanne, because she's 92 years old and she still sculpts. And she brought 3 pieces to the Hollywood Sculpture Garden, which are really nice. You
They
remember?
are beautiful.
They're beautiful. So they were heavy because it's sculptures, but one of them was 2,500 pounds, and we had 4 people working on it, and we created a special cement slab for it, with landing a cement slab for it, and as much as we tried to bring it up the hill, the people were working hard with pulleys, with ropes, with everything, and they just felt like they said there is no way it's going up. So we decided to put it on the bottom. So that heavy piece is on the bottom. It's like on the level of the street. I never thought that I'll start the level of the street now, because I wanted first to finish all everywhere else in the Hollywood Sculpture Garden, but we had to put her stuff there. She's
Well,
a wonderful.
one is halfway up the hill, the white one.
The white one, yeah, there are, we put it. It all depends on the weight, etc. So we decide how to put it, how far we go with it, and the size, the weight and the size.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're on a hill.
Yeah.
That one was left over on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
and
was
Steve
heavy.
Webster that tried to put one piece, and
there's no way we can take that one up there. It's way too heavy.
It's
Yeah, and
really-
if you break it,
No, you don't.
You don't want to do any
Yeah.
harm to
No.
somebody's art.
Yeah. No, we tried, and we decided to put it there, and it looks beautiful there
It
too.
looks fine there.
And as you said, you always see people taking pictures, etc. So
Always.
they see something from very close because it's at the level of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you always see people taking pictures
Yeah.
because you're also near the Hollywood sign, so
Yes.
you get the people hiking towards or towards the,
The Hollywood sign.
and back from the Hollywood sign. That always.
So you have hiker, you have driver, you have local people, etc. You have everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
get a lot of tourists,
Yes, we do.
especially when the weather's nice.
Yeah.
It's,
And-
yeah,
and
because
there-
knowing that when I come home from your house, Beechwood,
Yeah.
when it's really nice out,
Yeah.
the traffic is crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot of tourists. And it's interesting, there is a blogger, a Japanese blogger that was once, I think 5 years ago, and he wrote about it. And from that time, we have a group of Japanese people that come to see it. And he,
That's
he still,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you always have tourists coming
Yes.
or gallery people coming.
Yes.
There's always somebody coming to see something at the Hollywood Art
Yeah,
Gallery.
at the Hollywood Sculpture,
Sculpture
Garden,
Garden
and the Hollywood Gallery.
Gallery.
You know, we got all the good names, and so before I moved, when I got the place already, I started looking for a name, a fictitious name, and the first one, Hollywood Sculpture Garden, was available right away, and I took it. And the Hollywood Gallery, it took a while till somebody didn't pay for it, and then I paid for
Grabbed
it,
it.
and I grabbed it. And so that's the two of them. And then I go to restaurant, and people said, "Oh, here's the Hollywood artist." So I started calling myself. So we have everything: the Hollywood artist, the Hollywood
Well, you
Gallery.
are. I mean, you're right down from the Hollywood sign. You
Yeah.
couldn't be any closer.
yeah.
You know, I mean, you got the blimps flying by your windows.
Yes.
Because you're up high.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that was pretty exciting. All of a sudden, I'm training him, and this blimp comes right by the window.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
That place is pretty neat. I mean, it's quiet,
like-
peaceful. You can just spend hours right there. You know,
Just
like-
staring out the window.
Yeah, I mean, just being in the yard, just being in, looking around. I mean,
Well, I
it's
don't go
just
climbing
some
around the
hours.
yard. It's
Well,
scary.
I do. I'm like Tarzan. I'm always around, climbing here, moving
Yeah.
these.
Well, yeah, you're close to the ground.
And last one, we just did the steps. You know, they came out pretty nice. You know,
Yeah.
they were all loose.
Oh
so we
yeah,
just-
Yeah.
you were getting the wood to put
Yeah,
on
that
now.
we got a lot of
yeah. Oh, so you
plants to
fixed
put
them?
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fixed now at
Yeah.
the back door.
Yeah.
Yes. The ones that goes to the street.
Yes. And
I don't know.
what you asked me.
Oh,
to-
I know it.
The wood
Where
ones.
you're the ones at the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the kitchen.
And we got a lot of plants now to be there, and we'll do it all. What I did want to tell, I had to find it.
Oh, the craft-
address,
of the
address
craft.
of the Craft Museum. It's 5814 Wilshire Boulevard. 5814 Wilshire Boulevard. The Craft Museum. It's a wonderful museum.
Do you know what day is? Is it on?
It's open every day except Monday.
Oh, just like LACMA.
Yeah, like just like LACMA, and it's across from LACMA. So if you go, you can go to do two for the price of one. You can go to the two museums in the same day, and they really have very interesting artists showing there.
I
And
remember
yes,
going there many times.
Yes, it's. I'm a member of the museum there, and
Of the
et cetera.
craft?
Yeah, of the craft. So
well,
it's really.
well, you're a member of every museum.
I'm a member of every museum. Yeah, I believe in supporting the museum, so I become a member of all the
well,
museums.
no, that's good. People.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about LACMA a little bit, or why people should become members if it's
Well,
something that they're interested
they-
in,
they-
what
they-
the benefits are, and things like that.
well, there are a lot of benefits. Every museum has a different membership level, and the LACMA have a lot of membership level. And,
Oh, they do. I thought it was just one membership.
No.
Oh, okay.
It depends how much money you want to put
Oh,
in.
yeah, it's money.
And it's good because they're all helping the museum. The advantage is that afterwards, once you become a member, there are special events only for members that are wonderful events, special lectures, special showing, openings. So it's really wonderful. And you get a lot of benefit with being a member of the museum. And you also get a lot of opportunity to see things and to hear things from the best curator, etc. So LACMA has a membership, the MoCA has a membership, the Craft
Downtown
Museum.
one?
Yeah, MoCA is the downtown one. It has two
No, what's the
locations.
new one? The Broad?
The
Broad
Broad,
Museum?
yeah, the Broad is a non-profit museum, but
Okay.
you can become a friend of the Broad also. But the Broad is a free museum for everyone, which is really nice museum too.
Oh, that's why it's so hard to get into.
Yeah, but you do the reservation on time online. But these are really wonderful. So go to see any of the museum, all the museum on their website. A lot of activities that are very interesting, and then go to the different gallery opening, etc.
Okay, what's that good website that you always talk about?
Okay, there are a lot of websites to see art. laartparty.com, Southern California artresources.com. So these are some of the websites that you can go and look, and there are events. You start looking at the event there, and you just have to choose which area you want to go and where you want to go every time, because there are so many events every day that you can't do them all. But what I do is I choose the galleries that I like to see that at a certain day. I see their opening, and then all the opening around them. So one time you go to downtown, one time you can go to the La Brea area, one time you can go to Santa Monica, Bergamo Station. Every time you can go to a different place, and there is plenty to see.
Yeah, you go to the South Bay area too.
I go to in the Torrance Museum, etc. They're everywhere, and there is also the Pacific
Pasadena.
and Pasadena.
That's right.
Pasadena, I think it's this Friday, the opening. Yeah. So.
Do you go to the art shows too?
Oh, definitely. That's part of my ritual.
You too on the weekends?
Yeah, so when you go to galleries like Bergamo Station, you just leave your email address and they keep sending you like advertisement all the time, the opening receptions. So yeah, periodically I go there.
Do you encourage your students to go?
Definitely. They got to see what's going on outside the classroom. Classroom is really confined, and you can help and then get inspired by other students' work. But once you get out of the school, that's where you're going to experience. And I encourage students to go to the gallery openings as well as museums. It's just great venue for public to be educated.
Yeah, this weekend I was at the Huntington Gardens.
Yes.
And I got to see
Huntington.
Pinky and the Blue Boy. I get as many times as I've seen them, I still get so excited to see the originals.
Yeah,
Yes,
and it's
that's
funny.
true.
You were on Sunday there. I was there on Friday with FOCA, Fellow of Contemporary Art, which is another wonderful organization that they do special events there. And it was really interesting to see in the Huntington Library. First of all, the library itself is wonderful.
Yeah, we didn't, because it was raining, we kind of picked and choose where we wanted to go.
Well,
So
it's
we
big,
said we
it's
would
big,
go back
yeah.
and do the library another
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and there is special events now going on with the. Okay.
No,
here.
you can finish your
Okay,
sentence.
so that's first of all in the library, you see they show a lot of art, different artists there, and then they have the part which is their own museum, which is not a small museum.
No, it's not a small museum.
and
It's
it is
beautiful.
it's well curated and it's very nice. And then they have now something from NASA.
I
did
love
you
that.
get-
We'll talk about that. Let's
Okay.
go to break and we'll talk about the NASA when we come back. That was
Okay.
I've been talking about that to everybody. All right, so stay tuned, everybody. This is Elena's Beauty Talk and more. We're talking art, and we still got a lot more to go. So we'll be right back. It's Elena's Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk. Welcome back to Elena's Beauty Talk. Oh my God, we only have a half hour left, so we gotta.
It goes really
This
fast.
This show goes so fast. All right, we were talking about the Huntington
Library.
Well, what's the whole thing called? The Huntington
Library.
Gardens.
Library.
No,
Library. Yeah,
oh,
it's
it
called,
is a
yeah.
library. Okay. And then we were talking about the newest piece that's there, which is
By NASA.
by
yeah.
NASA, which was amazing. I don't know. It's the sound of what's in a capsule that
yeah,
when
it's a
you're flying.
capsule, yeah, and
it's
you-
amazing.
And
the
you
sound.
hear you hear what we hear from space and what they broadcast to space. So in different speakers, have all these noises that what we hear and what we broadcast. So it's really interesting.
It's really interesting.
To see it, etc. And there is a new curator, James Gleason, there.
All right, you're not. You're shaking. All right, stay still in front of your mic.
So, thank you.
You can read your phone and talk.
So there's James Gleason is a new curator there, young curator.
Oh, so he's doing an amazing
He's
job.
doing very good.
I hope he's
yes.
listening.
Yes. Well, we'll send him an
We'll
email
see,
to
yeah.
listen to it. But the way he puts it together and the way he explains it, it's just wonderful. So
It was the most wonderful Sunday. If anybody needs something to do, on a Saturday or Sunday with your children, before you go into the park, we had a little picnic. They have this whole new little area
for
with
picnic.
tables where you can have a picnic. And we were there, I don't know, we probably sat around because it was Peter's birthday and we had everybody brought something. And then, we went and walked through the park for, almost 3 hours.
Yeah, you can.
It's just amazing.
It's huge.
It's
very
huge. And
big.
we didn't even get to see everything. Patty and I had to leave a little bit early, but they went on to a whole other side.
Yeah, so this is part of the art world. You
It's
can go
great.
to the Huntington Library, and you can go to the Arboretum.
I
The
love that. I haven't been to the
Arboretum.
Arboretum in years.
Yeah, the Arboretum, and the Arboretum has different art there
I would
too.
suggest to do them the same day.
You can,
But
because
if
they're
you have
close
kids-
by. They're close
yeah,
by,
but
the-
it's a lot to
it's
see.
a lot to see. And the Arboretum, actually, there is one of the artists. There was an Arboretum, and he shows the maple leaf in the Hollywood Sculpture Garden. It went from the Arboretum to the Hollywood Sculpture
Oh, I
Garden. The
remember you
big-
saying, it
Yes.
didn't even make sense. Now it's just kind of resonating.
Yeah, it's the big maple leaf, and it was so interesting because a friend of his, the artist himself lives in Northern California, and a friend of his brought it in a truck. It's a big cement piece, beautiful cement piece, and he brought it, and he said it came from all the way from the Bay Area to the Arboretum and then to here. And he drove on Beechwood Boulevard, and the road is so bad, and the truck jumped, and a small piece of it broke. And they fixed it, but it was interesting. So it went all the way 600 miles from Northern California to the Arboretum, from the Arboretum to, and when it comes to Hollywood, it breaks like
Wow.
2 minutes before
Well,
it
yeah,
gets
those streets are like this narrow. I'm
The
still
street-
scared to drive on.
Yeah, the street were built in, we just say, that in 1927, 28.
And they have not changed.
And they don't, yeah. And they have not
So-
changed. So they are sometimes, they are hard streets. But this is part of the beauty of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel, before the show ends, I want to put you back. I want you to talk to parents out there because you're a dad.
Yes, I am a dad.
Okay,
I am
grandma,
a-
grandpa.
Well, mama, grandpa.
Okay.
I have a
All right.
daughter.
So if their kid is like you that wants to just twist and bend and mold and, tell them that they should let this creative, how they should, let them just do, don't try and stop. You see so many parents trying to stop their
them
kids.
because they're playing with metal or something.
Yeah,
they can't,
so-
they're going to cut this. Well,
So talk about that because that's
I
what I always
I've
want
seen
to
a lot of kids.
inspire
There
people.
Was, as a matter of fact, there was a lady that she used to come over and bring her kids, to my house, and she just wants the kids to watch me, work. And she asked me if I don't mind. I said no, So she used to come by like every time I was working around the house, and the kids was just watching, and they love it. The kids are really, really into that. Especially the one was like 7 years old, and he was like really into that. When I was building the the dragon, that was the day that the kid probably used to come at least 3 times a week, and just watch me work from far away.
So I bet you he's gonna do something like
Well, I moved out from that place, so it's like I haven't seen the family again, but I bet you they're still around.
Their
so.
influence, everything.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but parents should, and Sean, you can talk about this too, being a teacher and your parents being so supportive, that they should support the arts and should support the artists inside their children.
Definitely. It's just culture. Art making is in order to create a culture, and it shouldn't be stopped because otherwise, this 21st century, one part of the piece will be missing. So we got to keep encouraging.
Art is the expression of what you want and what you feel. And
All right, about you're not near
and
your
you
point.
art is expression of what you feel. It comes from your heart, from your brain, to your hands, so everything all together. And then it's wonderful if you express what you want and you show it and you share it with other people.
Definitely. So I got the total freedom as a student, as a graduate student, and part of my job is to give the students and pass it on, like the freedom that's given to me to the next generation, so that the creative energy can be used in a positive ways.
Sean,
So-
does you give? I'm sorry. Your students, you guys, when you teaching, you
Right.
teach those kids.
Yeah.
Did you do things in front of them, or you just buy books, or you read, or how did you teach them? I mean, you
It
show
is
them how to make
studio
this stuff?
art,
It's a studio.
and it's hands-on class.
Okay, you're talking that way, so you can
So-
you can turn the mic, but just talk into the mic, or
So-
the audience can't hear us.
Okay, so that's a good question. And it's a hands-on class. It's a studio art, and pretty much art students are really visually oriented individuals. So I use a lot of visual materials
Vision.
before the demonstration, and once I do the demo, students participate in that activity, and then they just make their own art. But along the way, I give them a lot of feedbacks. It's got to be really adequate amount of feedback that's given to them. Otherwise, they can be like totally like they could be totally lost. But I give them a little bit of guidance.
Did you bring your own materials? You bring materials to build stuff there. Like-
Students needs to bring their own material.
Okay, so you guys build things. I mean,
Right.
As your
There are
teacher, you build
builders,
in the
there
build.
are makers, but
Yeah, okay.
in the class situation, students bring their own material and they build and they construct and they create their own art.
Imagine me making a dragon in one of those little studios.
Yeah.
How much?
Well, you could build the foot.
I have little piece by piece.
you can create your own curriculum using
Yes.
your
You can have him as a guest lecturer.
paper.
yeah, guest lecture, definitely. You're artist, and then one day I can invite you to a class
oh,
as
why
a
not? Thank you.
master
I would love to
master
go.
study.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people would love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have such
We'll all
a
come.
Right
yeah.
now, I got 2 pieces coming. I mean, I'm working on these 2 pieces.
Right.
Like, I've been telling you about it. I don't want to take pictures when he's about it because I know he's going to bring them over. And so, no, I'm not going to. I'll show it to him till I'm finished.
Very good.
These 2 pieces.
well, you
are
got
really
that
funny.
slab that's empty.
This is real funny. These 2 guys, these characters are making.
Is it-
this, 2.
Do they go together as a pair?
Yes, they go together. Yeah, it's actually I'm doing kind of like a ostrich from outer space and Don Quixote de la Mancha.
Yeah, you asked me.
I
Look
know
at
that piece.
Google and send me all the picture of Don Quixote
There was-
with the hat and with everything. Yeah.
There was a muffler in front of Robby's house. I just picked it up and put it against the wall. You know, somebody left the muffler up there. You know,
So what is it going to be?
so it looked like a security guard. I told Robby, look, there's a new security guard. It was like the muffler looked like a cowboy, like an old cowboy. And I said, oh yeah, let's do something with it. So I took it home and I started adding things. I added the leg and then the arms
You're amazing.
and then the head.
And it's like you can do the roughest, toughest things, and then you turn around and you do these feminine flowers. Which is
flowers. I've been making
amazing.
flowers all my life. Every time I
Do you love flowers or
Yes,
something?
I do love flowers. All kind of flowers. My favorite ones are Casablancas. The
Yeah,
white flowers. I love the
one
white
of the sculptures that the angel sold was a whole contraption. I don't know how to call it, but it's where a lot of
A
flowers.
lot of flowers.
Yeah,
And
but it's so
people-
weird. You do
yes.
these dragons, you
Yeah.
do
And
the
people-
transformer, and then you do these beautiful
Flowers, roses.
feminine
The roses.
flowers, which is
And-
amazing.
And the collectors,
Yeah,
Sarah.
my girlfriend likes to. She started painting now. You know, thanks to Mr. Robby here, they gave him some glow in the dark colors, and now she's painting my whole apartment with glow in the dark. Don't need no lights anymore. Everything is going there. You can see everything. You can see the refrigerator frame. You can see everything around. You know, it's all glow in the dark.
Yeah, this is one thing. It
Don't
was-
need
I-
no lights. Even the light bulbs, you should paint it at the same color, glow in the dark. Don't turn them off. You know what's wrong? They're going.
I'm not a shopper, but when I go to a supply art store, this is a place I like to shop. And I every color that I see, I get, etc. And then Angel girlfriend came and she said, I want something bright. I said, I have something that you can use just a little bit because it's really bright. She said, oh, this orange, pinky, fluorescent? I said, yes, but I said, this is to put the edges on. She said, no, I'll do the room.
Well,
and and then she wanted another color, so we got a
Well, we
green
got the pink,
fluorescent.
we got the green, we got the orange.
Why,
No,
Lil,
yeah.
oh my God. It
My
doesn't
house-
give you a headache?
It looks like a small world right now. No, not really, because we don't need no lights anymore. You know, like, save energy. You know, so.
It is fun.
she's
You
been
can always
painting,
paint
like-
over it.
Well, what she's been doing, actually, she did something that was real nice. She made a flower, like some kind of like this one's, you know, kind of like little bigger than those, and she bent them herself.
So she's been watching you.
Yes, she's been. She
Yeah,
learned
she's
a
been
lot.
doing nice
She's
things
been
too.
doing nice stuff.
Was
And
she
then
an artist before she met you?
No, she had no
She's
idea.
just living
she
with
didn't
you,
even know
so-
what an idea. You know, it was like, you know what the flowers. Well, I used to make. I mean, she goes, "Did you make this?" I go, "Yeah." How did you make that? Well, by watching me, you learn. Anyways, she's painted this flower with
And
this orange color and the green and everything.
And it looks
we
really
turn
pretty?
the light off, and my God, it looks like it's got a light on it. It's so bright, beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, like a fluorescent lights, you know, like neon lights. I go,
Wow.
how did she do that? She goes, I don't know, we're just painting it. I go, okay. And then she uses the black light. The black light makes everything glow beautiful, you know,
Oh
especially
my-
the glow in the dark colors. And she said, oh my God, how did you do that? I was like, well, she's learning. I mean, and she keep doing it. Like this morning, we were painting roses and we were dipping it into the, you know, can of paint and they were just dripping. And she was, oh, that look nicer. And I go, okay. Keep going. There were 6 roses
Wow.
that I made a couple of months ago, and they were just sitting around my yard. So she said, "Let's paint them." I was gonna, you know, she wanted me to bring them to the show right here, and then I go, "No, I don't think I have a plenty time. No time for that because I have to bend them and fix them." And
Next time.
yeah, next time
next
we'll
time,
bring some
we'll
more
bring
stuff.
some
you know.
roses.
Next year we'll have
Well-
another time with both of you. So we'll talk about the progression between one year to another. And we were
Yeah.
talking about teaching. It's interesting because I also teach, volunteer in
yeah,
different
teaching to me is really important.
Yeah, it's
Passing on your
different.
knowledge is so
and,
important.
and my point is when I
Absolutely.
teach, I teach everything that I know, every detail, how I develop it and what I do, etc. And I said, if one of you wants just to copy it, please, but then it won't be art for you. But just think of where I am and develop it from here. So I give you where I got, and now you have to put your own finger and to develop what it is. And usually, because I encourage the students to do creative things, we see afterwards in a class of 20 or 25 people, each person comes completely different. That's what I like that we see it, because I remember when we learned, I went to UCI to study art, and we studied everything. So at one time, I had to take some classes in realistic painting, and we had to paint a face, and they teach you exactly how to do the eye. You divide it to 8 pieces, and if you do this, it all looks perfect, etc. And after a while, when we finished the class, we had 20-some students, and everyone had the same painting, and I said, gosh, this is exactly what I don't want. And
They copy each other.
I think your experience, teaching experience at UCI is totally different from my teaching experience in 3D design at
Fullerton.
California State University, Fullerton, because I give them the same assignment, even using the same templates, but then all those detail works that 25 students created, turned out to be totally different.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It
Total
was
design
only
elements
one
and principles.
Exactly. That's what I want. I want to be different. I said that
You're
one
not
class.
talking into
I
your
said
mic.
one class that I took at the time, everyone created the same because it was realistic. That's why I don't like realistic.
I mean, look at
Right.
your ties. Not
Yes.
one tie is
It's
exactly
everything
the
the
same.
same.
There's
Right.
no, with all the millions of pieces and things that you
Yeah.
have in your house, not one thing is identical.
Similar. Yes.
Exactly.
You
I
know,
mean, they may be in the same family, but they're different.
Yeah.
None of them are identical.
yeah, no, I don't want to be identical. And like even here, I brought, look at the different knots that I created. Look at the different shape that I did in the different ties. And this was a long tie to begin with, and after the knot, it became a short tie.
Were you planning on
happens.
that?
But that's what's nice about it. So, but the point is that you have to create what you feel that you create and where you want to go. That it will be different. It's interesting. I show my art now only. I've shown in different galleries, and I had problem with gallery owners because they said, it's very hard to represent you because every time you do something else. I said, once I get to do something, I want to create something else. I don't want to create the same thing again and again. And that's what I tell students too when I teach them. You see the basic what I teach you, and you go from there and you create whatever you want. So that's what's
Well,
important.
that's what art is.
Yes.
That's
and
what
then-
art is all about.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but
You can
I
talk
never
about
make
what
anything
do you think
big.
about what is art all
In
about?
front of your mic.
What do you think art is all about?
I mean, based on the definition of art, every single artist has their own notion of art. But to me, I use a lot of found objects and casting elements, and I pretty much like change the change the context to change the meaning. So I do a lot of pieces that are related to recontextualizing using Coca-Cola cans and found object that you can find from daily lives. And then like my mentor,
The Coca-Cola installation that you had with the Santa Claus, there was a meaning.
Coca-Colonization
Yes.
was the title of it, which I used.
Where is that
That
now?
was in Fullerton.
It's in my studio in North Hollywood.
Okay. Oh, that's
And-
right. We're getting close to the end of the show. So give out your website, your studio
Sure.
address, and all of that.
Right.
Go
I
ahead.
will.
Go ahead.
And then pretty much my mentor, Jim Jenkins, who's an art professor at California State University, Fullerton, once stated that not everything is art, but everything can be art supplies. So I really believe that in this 21st century, art making is not just about using and utilizing traditional materials like carving, chiseling marbles, and casting metal and welding, but also alternative way of art making using clothings, using anything that you can find from daily life, like Oldenburg did. Like soft sculpture is just from industrial material like plastic, vinyl. So you can pretty much play with alternative materials to create art. So that's my definition of art.
All right. So
Everything
what's your
can be
studio,
art.
Your website and your studio address.
www.seanyang.net.
Oh, your .net.
Sean Young.
SeanYang.net.
Okay.
Very good. And we have the HollywoodGallery.com and the HollywoodSculptureGarden.com. You can Google it and you will find a lot about it.
And you can see
Yes.
Olive Angel's work there too.
Yeah, but I want to say one thing about
That's my website right there.
His website is our website.
His website is mine too.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's there.
Yeah, he's actually the first. He's the first artist that shows there because it's really.
Start
We
with
give
the
him
A.
according because he's really good there.
He is.
But I want to say one thing. He sold one piece just a few weeks ago, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to buy a truck." And a week passed passed by and I don't see him coming with the trucks. I said, what happened? He said, I bought a car for my daughter,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
That's
she needs
great.
She needs a car
Yeah.
for my grandson.
Yeah.
To take him to school and so.
Yeah, all right. Stay in front of your mic, no rocking. Oh, you're such a nice guy. You give everything away.
Yeah, most of them. I don't
But-
need anything in life. Whatever I had it before. And that's it. So
I mean, you're creating your art. I mean, you're having a good time now.
I would give a lot. I do a lot of help to people. I help a lot of people on everything, wherever they can, fix their cars or everything. I don't charge them. They just give me whatever.
That's why everybody's been so nice to you.
Yeah, so they think that I'm a real angel.
You are.
So every time every time I
Someone-
walked out of my house, I have to do something. No matter what, but something's gotta be. And even if a car broke down, I had to help them or something, or anybody. But it's always something. On my way to work, I gotta help someone.
Well, I got some things you can help fix.
Well, that'd be great to do.
Yeah, very
I
good.
think I got duct tape and crazy
Oh,
glue.
me, I fix everything with duct tape.
Duct tape and
Duct
crazy
tape is
glue.
my
Right.
best friend.
Yeah, crazy glue and duct tape.
E6000. E6000.
Yeah, E6000. That's the best glue. Yeah.
E6000, the
Or
best
Gorilla glue.
Gorilla glue is
Gorilla.
good. Is good.
I'm
too.
afraid of Gorilla Glue. I mean, I'm afraid I'll stick my fingers
yeah,
together.
I
those
don't
glues.
think there's, to me, it's not
I think that E6000 is stronger than the Gorilla Glue even. No.
I use epoxy on everything,
Yeah.
it's better
Yeah,
than
epoxy.
Have
anything.
you
It's
ever
really
stuck
great.
your fingers together?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, my lip.
yeah.
I
You
tried
s-
to open a crazy glue.
Oh wow.
How long
yeah,
did
it
it take till you got it?
About 2 hours. Acetone and Locatina, and then I started getting like a blister.
Oh.
So I just left it alone. So
But it came out.
it came out.
That's
Yeah,
a little
I realized it
scary.
was leaking. The crazy glue was the bottle was leaking. So I tried to open the cap and
Oh
everything
my
spilled.
God.
My little-
Safety is the most important thing as an artist.
Oh well, I go.
He's
Protect
not
yourself.
Mr. Safety.
I burn my.
You-
I won't. I'm not safe. I won't-
No,
His art could no. I can't imagine you thinking
No,
about saving.
Angel is not.
Me,
It's-
yes. You, yes. Angel,
but
forget it.
like the
don't
spray.
wear
I have a lot of spray can that Angel come and uses all the time, and I said, I have a mask here. You can use the mask. Oh no need, because
no,
I use mask and the regular mask and the heavy mask, etc. But
Yeah.
he just uses it.
No, that's not his style.
Yeah.
Well, one day I was welding, and then this friend of mine goes, "Angel, you're on fire," and I go, "Yeah, sure." I was good, so that my jacket got on fire, so that's why I can't wear anything baggy or. Because the sparks from the welding, they're really, they're
Yeah.
burning. And my jacket was on fire. Half of my back was
Right.
feeling hot. I go, oh my God. So I pull out my mat and I just took my jacket out and throw it away, so it was almost a
Safety precaution. It's
yeah,
really
safety.
integral
That's why I
part.
say, they say wear big jackets. I'll never wear anything baggy. So everything
Right.
tied to my body. So no way, because it's dangerous, especially when in a motorcycle it gets really really baggy.
You
When
fill
the
up
wind-
with the
yeah,
air.
fill up with the air. So it's uncomfortable. So I need to.
And I have some videos when we put it together some of the sculptures on the hill in the Hollywood Sculpture Garden with all the welding machine, and all the sparks went all over, and people said, "What, you were doing a show of fireworks there or something?" Yeah.
Oh, when we were welding.
Yeah, we
piece
were
of
welding
the-
at night, and
yeah,
it
night.
was really the video came really beautiful.
And we're not supposed to do not even smoking up on the hills, because there's a sign going up the hill that says no smoking.
Well, yeah, because it was so dry.
yeah.
But now
No, but we were really careful on that. We got the hoses and everything.
Yeah, you know, you're very careful
Yeah,
what
we-
you
yeah,
do.
we've never
You're
had any
incredibly
accidents.
careful.
Yeah.
Never have any accidents. Things
Never.
like when I'm working, never had any accidents like
No.
fire or anything. Yeah, that's more than enough. I always keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
no accidents happen.
But it's
'cause a lot
fun
of
to
kids-
do.
I mean, you guys are really fun. You have a good time with. I
Yes.
mean, art is fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Art
Working
is
with
really
him is
fun, and it takes your mind off of everything because you
And
really
we have a lot
get
to take
into
out
your.
of mind.
All right,
Definitely.
we have to close out this show. I'm going to go around the table, have everybody give their final thought. Dr. Robby, something really amazing about art. Your final
Well,
thought.
art is amazing. This is even when you have hard time, etc. If you express yourself, you bring your feeling from your heart, from your brain, and you create something. You can let go of everything else.
All right,
so just
Sean,
create.
Your final thought.
I think it's great for me to be here today,
Oh, good.
and I'm totally enjoyed whole session today. It's just
Very good.
great experience. Another
good.
great experience. Thank
Very
you,
good.
Elena.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very good.
All right,
Well-
Angel, besides showing me flowers.
Yeah, well, I wish that everybody can do what I do. It's like when I feel like depressed or angry, I always express myself by making something or building something. I mean, it's just that's how I start doing my pieces, my art pieces. Like when I'm mad or something, I just start building. So not to I ignore everybody. I just keep doing it.
Very
I just
good.
keep, that's why I do. That's how I express my anger and
That's great advice.
yeah. Well,
Excellent.
Do
I
art.
think that's
Yeah, that's
he's
what-
true artist.
He is a
Yeah.
true artist.
No,
All of you guys are.
Everyone is
no
true
angry. Just express it. By building.
Build
something.
something.
Yeah, don't fight. Just build something.
Perfect.
That's why I
All
do.
right. We got to
Very
close out the show. You guys were great guests. This was really fun. All right. So, everybody get outside, get some exercise, look at trees, pick up junk, build something, bend something, go to a museum. I mean, there's so much art around Los Angeles or wherever you live. Take advantage of it. All right, everybody, let's say goodbye. Oh, one more thing. I'll be back next Wednesday at noon Pacific time. All right, you guys got me so excited.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
won't be here.
No, you won't be here. All right,
Okay.
say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.